We've got ourselves 2 episodes left in this season, sitting here at 11-1. The question is no longer whether or not we will be making the playoffs, but rather if we can hold on and keep the number 1 seed. Looking at the playoff picture here in the NFC, the Cowboys are really the only team that's close. Got a 3-game lead on anybody not in the NFC East. And so we play the Cowboys again in week 18. That has a chance to be for the number 1 seed. Unless we win out until then we'll have clinched it already. But unless the Cowboys also win out, because then we'll both be playing to go. Because if they would win, we'd both be 15-2. But I don't see us both winning out, even though we are a combined 21-3 right now. But today's episode, we get a chance at a rematch with the one team that has beaten us this year, the Philadelphia Eagles. I was not good in that game. I need a redemption, not only for the London Black Knights, but for me. You know, I could have been accused for intentionally selling that game. I am, an Eagles fan in the end. I was not intentionally selling. I just totally was not in my right mindset for that game. Gonna be better in this episode. Determined to beat 99 overall Jalen Hurts in this game. The Eagles, I think, had actually a losing record when we faced them. I think their win against us kind of sparked something in them. And now they're 7-5, looking to be a playoff team as well. They really want this win. 8-5 looks a heck of a lot better than 7-6 when you're trying to be a playoff team. And so 7-6 isn't necessarily bad, you still probably have a good chance to make the playoffs. But no injuries in practice for us this week, so we'll be at full strength, ready to take on the Eagles. I think we're missing one offensive lineman, but it was our right guard, who I'm forgetting his name, which tells you just how important he has been to our offense. And so Doug Odom here, we're gonna give him a little bit of the slottage, I think, will be his upgrade this time. There we go. That's a beautiful upgrade. Beautiful upgrade. Just wanted his route running up. That's exactly what we got. Gaffney here. Love to get block shedding into the 80s if we can help it. And we do just that. Also get a +1 power moves. Lovely. So both power moves and block shedding into the 80s now. Have not done much to develop his finesse rushing, but I'm fine with it. Michael Jackson, the football player here, still just needs to be a little bit better of a run blocker, honestly. So we'll go with power here, and he gets a run block and 2 run block power. There you have it. Exactly what we were looking for. Troy Stewart, still, of course, a big time man coverage guy that we're trying to get to play zone, and I hate upgrading zone for safety. It is the most pointless upgrade in Madden. I talk about it every single time I upgrade a zone safety. I say it's the worst one, and that's because even after all those upgrades, it's still the worst one. The bigger sample size I get upgrading a zone, the more I feel that way. But he really needs zone coverage, so he just still doesn't get it even with zone upgrades, which is infuriating. But we've already previewed what the Eagles are this year. I think we're ready to play them. Let's hop into this matchup. Going to be at the link for this episode. Division showdown, as we're seeing here, 18 touchdowns to 5 interceptions for Tyson Cohen. Right now, Eagles rocking their Kelly Greens. Something I always like to get a look at when I can. And this should be a good matchup, man. The Eagles are still talented. They're just 7-5. Their defense, definitely not what it once was, but that offense is still very, very difficult to stop. That was a good time to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving as well as we shut down this first run, as that will be when this episode comes out. We've got an opportunity for a 3-and-out here on 3rd and 6. And we are going to get it. The pass incomplete for Hodgins. He kind of killed us a little bit last time, and our defense gets off the field quickly. First play of the game. Plenty of protection there, and with all that time, we were able to get it to Bullocks. Is that Byard? Did the Eagles? No, that's Cam Curl. Just I saw Eagles 31 safety, and I thought, did they actually get Byard in this series? Oh, that's a terrible pass by flipping Cohen, dude. That was such an easy play to Campbell, and Cohen sailed it. Lewis Seen with the pick. We can't be having that, Tyson. That was 10 yards over his head. What was that pass? In round 2, A.J. Brown is how the Eagles are going to start their second drive. 21 yards on the completion. 3rd and 5. Hitch routes. Couldn't get the timing right between Hurts and Brown. It's 4th down, but the Eagles are in field goal range, so they'll bring out Cheatham. So I believe who's kicking for them. And his field goal is good. Eagles first to score in this one after a horrible Cohen pass. 2 straight incompletions have us at 3rd and 10 here. Need to make something happen. And there's probably something there that I couldn't see, but what I was looking at just was not available. 3rd and 4, the Eagles are keeping 2 tight ends in the game. They will pass out of it though. Hurts trying to scramble. He's going down. Willie Owens and Jalen Randall combine. Been a lot of defense to start this matchup. Play action on 1st and 10. This is the first time that somebody actually was guarding Doug Odom on this play, but he's still out of step. 2nd and 3. Kershaw picks it up. 2 runs. He gets the first. 2nd and 5. Alford. We had what, like 5 or 6 straight passes. Now we're going 4 straight runs off of it. 3rd and 4. Bullocks open underneath on the left side. Catch and run yardage inside the 10. 1st and goal. Alford. Great blocking. And he gets all the way into the end zone. Didn't even need to break a tackle. The offensive line ate that play. Holy crap. What a rep for the O-line. Got to the 2nd level and everything. And we take the lead. Corner route. Devontae Smith is open. Caught us in one of the few times that we play zone. A.J. Brown on the slant. He breaks the tackle from Anthony Torrance. Very good with that route. 3rd and inches. Swift. He's not going to get it. He sold. He had it. DeAndre Swift often gets criticized for his vision. He sold so hard right there. And Jamal Arnett, of course, makes the play. I just ran into the kicker, I think, trying to block that play. I saw the little X pop up for a second. I think I could have blocked that if I didn't think you could block from that position, and I got excited, ran into the kicker. I promise you I'm not selling these Eagles games because I'm an Eagles fan. That's a quick throw to the outside. The defense was all over it. 3rd down and very short for Philly. They're going to pass it, and it's going to be Devontae Smith. Dude, it's just me and the Eagles offense taking turns selling this game. This drive, at least. I'm not touching the controller. I'm not roughing this heckin' kicker, bro. There we go. In the end, the Eagles get the same amount of points. They just got a little bit extra yardage. Alford with the carry. That's some good blocking. Nicely done by the O-line. I don't know why I wasn't running the ball early, because I'm scared of Jordan Davis. He always wrecks me. Second down. Cohen evading. Stepping up. Hitting Doug Odom. Thought about running it, but Odom was wide open. Second and long. And hit as we throw. I shouldn't have evaded. Bullocks is open all the way. I don't know what Jones's coverage was. I thought it was going to be better, but it wasn't. We're going to have to take the sack. I was trying to throw it to Kershaw. I think I might have accidentally pressed the throwaway button too, though, but I don't know. Gonna take the Chase Young sack. Didn't like the look I had. 3rd and 17. Just don't have time to throw. So we will be forced to the 42-yard field goal this drive. That field goal should be good. It's a little late on it, but not late enough to really affect it too much. So London answers Philly's field goal with one of their own. Back to a 4-point lead for us. 3rd and 1. Quick out to A.J. Brown. It's not there. Torrance arrived right when the ball did, and it makes it an incomplete pass. 3rd and 9. And that's caught by Campbell. I thought we were going to get picked by Martin there for a second. Just pre-snap, I liked the slant look. Martin looked like he was playing it, but just ended up with the completion. Kind of determined pre-look what I was going for. Almost cost us, but it didn't. Out of the 2-minute warning. Setting up screen for Alford. Trying to get to the blocks. We'll get tackled in bounds, but we picked up the first. It's 3rd and 10. We're not quite in field goal range. And I almost threw a pick again. Ringo was sitting on that one. They want us to go for a 62-yarder. Can we even make this? The wind is in our favor. We'll try it. So give us a 7-point lead. Oh, I needed to get all the power on this one, though, and I didn't. Come on. We got it. Let's go. 60 plus. Dawson does have the monster leg now after all of his upgrades. And from 60 plus gives us the touchdown lead. Hurts. And in pursuit is Gaffney and Jalen Randall. They combined for the sack. Philly calls timeout. Down to 37 seconds left. A.J. Brown with the catch over the middle. Philly calls another timeout. Hurts has his X factor. That one picked off by Weber. What a play by the corner. Was really somebody that when we started this franchise, I was not expecting to be somebody still playing in year 3, but he earned his role in that first season. And here in year 3, continues to prove why his man coverage skills are awesome. 26 seconds left. Moonball towards the end zone, and it's caught by Paul Campbell. Just took the shot against Ringo. Campbell brings it down, and that interception gonna cost Philly a lot here. I mean, what an absolute dime moonball from our quarterback there. And then Campbell able to play through the contact and hold on to the ball. 2nd and short. Man in motion. Running a little bit of the wham. Nice block there from Bullocks on Jordan Davis. That's a tough ask, but it created a massive hole and a big time run. Kershaw, nice blocking. Kershaw's got the edge, and there's nobody in sight, and it's a touchdown. London Black Knights on the audible. Tyson Cohen liked what he saw for the run look, called the pass play out of the huddle, and Kershaw absolutely makes them pay. Do not run a lot of outside zone. And I mean, this is as good a case as any to start running this some more. Those were some beautiful blocks on the edge there to spring Kershaw. Hurts. Passes behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 5. Lambert was all over, got it there. 3rd and a mile for Philadelphia. Hurts evading, but he's not going far. Lambert on the sack. This defense has been elite this year. We're 11-1 for a reason, and is, I'd say, in large part because of this defense. 3rd and inches. Alford gonna get it. 1st down. Quick throw to Bullocks. Was left a free release off the line, and we're gonna take advantage of it. 2nd and 2 to Alford. He is into the end zone for the 2nd time today. The run game has been very good today against this very stout Eagles front. The offensive line just playing a little bit better and just using the double feature every time on the guy with inside stuff absolutely works. Now on over the middle, AJ Brown with the reception. That play's worked out for the Eagles a few times in this game. It seems to be a matchup they like. AJ Brown in the slot. And Swift with the 1st down. That was a play action. Hurts was getting crushed by Gaffney there. Over the middle, it is incomplete towards Dallas Goedert. Jamal Arnaud all over it. Brings up 4th down Philly. 4th down. Hurts. He has space and he gets to the end zone. The coverage was good, but needed a spy on Hurts there probably. Wide open. Down the sideline. Doug Odom. Nobody was on him, and he's got himself a touchdown. London Black Knights. Not the biggest Doug Odom game, but he gets his due. Just absolutely burned Graham there and gives us back 4 touchdown lead, 40-13. I think we can officially call a mercy rule killing. If the Eagles can overcome a 4 touchdown deficit in 4 minutes, I'll you know, credit to them, but they couldn't even put up another point on the board. And so that's gonna do it. The revenge was certainly had. We had to show the Eagles just how much better than we are this year, and that them beating us was a fluke. When we were playing at our best, we're better than this team for sure this year. We're better than every team when we're playing at our best. Could end up being a 2 touchdown, 1 pick game for Cohen. 300 yards. Had a couple really big touchdowns there. 3 rushing touchdowns for us, 2 from Alford. We had 3 touchdowns of like 50 plus yards, or at least 40. I think this, let's see, this is a 55. And I think if you look, both of these were over. Yeah, we had 3 touchdowns over 50 yards in this game. Just massive plays. Doug Odom got most of his yards there on that 78-yarder. Bullocks with 5 catches. Campbell only 3, but of course the massive one when the game was still pretty close there in the first half. That was the first time that we had the multi-score lead. A couple of sacks given up. It's okay. TFLs 2 for Randall and Lambert each, 1 for a bunch of other people other than that. A sack each for Owens, Randall, and Lambert, half for Gaffney and Cowan. A pick for Weber, which is just a nice pick. And there you have it, 41-13 in our favor. And because we did a 1-week episode back when we faced, I believe it was the Cowboys, This episode is going to be a 3-week one, so we've got 2 sim games this time around that we'll be going through. We're going to try to get some pass protection here for Tyler Nance. There we go. Gets 3 totals to his pass protection stuff. Totally fine with that upgrade. We'll keep scheme fit on here for Dwayne Cowan, who is so good. Like, we picked such a good franchise to have our best linebackers ever, because I feel like in Madden 24, good linebackers are more impactful than they were in Madden 23 with my previous 2 franchises. And so it just made like a good game to have good linebackers, plus getting the best linebackers I've ever had on the channel. Granted, the channel's still very young, but that marriage there, so good. I feel like, you know, when I'm remembering the London Black Knights franchise years down the road, I'm gonna remember this linebacker duo. That's what this franchise is gonna be known for, I feel like, for sure. And for being like the first truly elite defense I built. Like the San Antonio Express last season got pretty dang good by the end. But just we've always been carried by our offenses in our previous series, and it's been the opposite here. This defense is just makes playing the game of Madden so easy, because I'm rarely trying to come back from a deficit because our defense just can't stop anybody, you know? Because our offense, it got going pretty slow this game, you know what I mean? Like, we were not cooking early. And so it was paramount that our defense kept us in the game early while we got our stuff going. An ability slot here. Might change some abilities around in the offseason, we'll see. But for now, we'll keep them how they are because he's playing great. Owens has been awesome for us. Probably his most quiet year, but mostly just because our defensive line, everybody's eating, so it's not just one player getting a bunch of stuff, you know. We won't do that scenario. Don't want to nerf the Saints in this game, which I think that one nerfs the other team, right? Even if they are on a little bit of a cold streak, I don't want to nerf the opponent. I want to give them a fair chance of beating us. So let's see if we can get a win on the road against the Saints here. Felt good to make good for my Philly loss. Still made a couple of pretty boneheaded plays in that game. The roughing the kicker was one for sure. Are we going to lose to the Saints? Come on. Our offense can't do jack. Got to score a touchdown there. We did. Now we're tied. Defense came up good. Offense needs to come through now. We do take the touchdown lead and come out with the win. A gritty win that I think our defense really kept us in the game, because once again, even more so than that Eagles game, the offense got off to a slow start. Defense kept us in it. The offense came through in the end. Kind of like that Eagles-Chiefs game. Obviously, there were some things like a Marquez Valdez-Scantling drop that helped the Eagles beat the Chiefs this last Monday. Pretty all around, everybody getting a little slice of the pie here. Receiving touchdown for Fowler. Let's go, fullback touchdown. I've been trying to get him involved this year, and it's just not working. I feel like the CPU is more keyed in on my attempts to get Fowler the ball this year than they ever have been. Or he's had a couple of drops too, but a couple picks in this game. Forced a fumble as well, so Vincent putting in some work. And we just keep on winning, man. Just keep on winning. A gritty win in simulation there. Campbell. What does he need? Where's his route runnings at? His medium's good. Short and deep. I think I like short. We'll do a slot one here. Well, short. And so last game of this episode will be against the Cardinals, who are 2-12. So got to make sure we don't drop this game. This is definitely trap game potential. They've got Chris Haskins, QB wearing number 0. I don't think there's not any starting QBs wearing 0. Are there backup QBs wearing 0 in the league right now? I don't know. You definitely have to, I feel like Tyler Allgeier's the bigger threat here. And we're probably theoretically going to be in a position to run a lot, so hopefully we can do good at it. And let's keep the throttle down, because if we win this, we're 14-1, and we're basically locking down that 1 seed, I think. If we win and the Cowboys lose here, the number 1 seed, I'm pretty sure is going to be ours. We have a chance. I think this is the first week we have a chance to clinch it. Can't take these kind of games for granted. You see games like this in the NFL, just the trap game. You're like, this team's 2-12. We're a contender for the 1 seed. But you can definitely come out and lose in a game like this. Can't have it here. And the Cardinals, they're moving on us. They missed the extra point, though, or did they go for 2? We have a 21-13 lead. Now we have a 2-score lead. And there you go. It was a little bit sketchy there at times in the first half. But in the end, a pretty nice, dominant win here. Had a 2-score lead for pretty much the entirety of that second half. And even a 3-score for a little while. So 3 touchdowns, no picks for Cohen in this one. 55 yards and a touchdown for Alford. 88 and a touchdown for Odom. Campbell got a touchdown. Zach Williams got a touchdown. No sacks allowed. Beautiful. Hopefully we can get that trench boost scenario. My favorite scenario, man. We haven't got it once in the series yet. Gaffney and Arnaud with sacks. Randall, Arnaud, and Cowan with CFLs. Simmons and Torrance with interceptions. No forced fumbles. But a good job forcing turnovers in this episode as well, both in simulation and against the Eagles. And got some more upgrades here to end off the episode. Torrance. We're going to go Slotsky here. He's got +3 man coverage. It's just beautiful. Into the 90s base, and then, of course, the boost is getting it even higher. Have a chance for 90 finesse moves, getting that extra pass rush bar for Randall here. A 5th pass rush bar, just +1. Gets an acceleration too. Puts him at 91. We'll just go for, what do we want here? Could use some deep accuracy. We'll go with improviser here. Let's get some more throw accuracy deep, throw on the run, and under pressure as well. Improviser's just a great upgrade, man, for quarterbacks. If you don't need like short accuracy a bunch at all, it's not going to do much to upgrade that. But Brady Stout, ooh man, that run block finesse is quite bad, so we'll up that a little bit by 1. There you go. This guy's, we don't need to upgrade him manually. You don't need to upgrade these guys manually. So there you have it. 3-0 in the episode. Up to 14-1 now on the season. We'll see what happens with the Cowboys and everybody else in the NFC. Have we already clinched the 1 seed? The Cowboys lost. And yeah, the 1 seed is ours. So we could even just simulate to the playoffs right now, but I do want to play the Cowboys again. They're very good. We might face them in the playoffs, though, which would be a 3rd time, but if that's the case, that's fine. That first half against the Cowboys was really competitive, and I had a lot of fun playing that game, so I wouldn't mind playing them. I want to at least get them one more time this season. So number 1 seed is ours for the postseason. 3-0 on the episode, 1 more episode in this regular season. And then we will have our first postseason birth that will be coming out soon, and I'll see you then.